Hello, everybody. The Warriors made a huge comeback against the Magic, powered by Steph Curry's 12 threes. You can see those highlights elsewhere. We're going to burrow into one particular play that the Warriors seem to be bringing back from their old playbook. This play dates back to the San Antonio Spurs' beautiful game phase, which ended around 2014. This play always starts with the small entering the ball on the left side and then making a shallow cut and coming out the other side until the ball swings back. In the paint, one player sets a cross screen for the big. The big steps up to start a pick and roll. And because this is pre-Dynasty Warriors, Tony Parker is happy to pull up for an elbow jumper. This comes from the San Antonio motion set, and the ball swings from the ball side, strong side, to the other side, the weak side. So this whole set is called motion weak. The Warriors adopted the Spurs motion offense in the Mark Jackson days. This is from MLK Day 2014. Steph enters the ball on one side. He's going to make a shallow cut to the other side. Klay is going to get in the way of Andrew Bogut's man. This becomes a wing pick and roll. Now you might expect Steph to dribble here and pull up for three since he's got all kinds of space, but that's not how they played in 2014. Instead, Klay's going to get this pin down and he'll take a catch and shoot three. Mark Jackson really ran the Spurs motion offense. One telltale sign is Klay's going to set this cross screen for David Lee, but instead of coming all the way up to set a pick and roll for Steph, which would turn out to be one of the most devastating plays in NBA history, David Lee is going to post up and Steph is going to happily feed him. So when Steve Kerr took over, Kerr streamlined it so Steph would just instantly make a shallow cut. Klay getting in the way of Zaza Pachulia here. And this is full commitment to the Steph pick and roll. Steph goes early. Aw, look how young he looks. Here's Steph running with some young guys. Kelly Oubre Jr. setting the cross screen for James Wiseman. Wiseman setting his wide screen. Steph draws two defenders, and Wiseman with a very athletic finish. The Warriors have run motion weak pick and roll off and on for many years, and Kerr quietly brought it back at the end of the Charlotte blowout. Here's Kerr signaling the play. He sticks arm out bent, and then he cycles his hands. And you can lip read him saying, angle weak roll, weak roll, weak roll. Even though this lineup has experience playing together in Santa Cruz, they've clearly never run this play in this formation. Quinten Post is immediately yelling at Pat Spencer. Pat Spencer is supposed to be standing at the top here. If you remember the play, there's someone at the top, and there's someone over here. There's an entry pass, and Yuri makes this shallow cut. Well, there's no one over here. So Quinten Post is telling Kevin Knox that he's supposed to be standing here to receive this pass. It also looks like Post is telling Yuri to make the shallow cut. Jackson Rowe is not supposed to be here. He's supposed to be in the lane setting this cross screen for Quinten Post. And you can see Quinten waving Jackson Rowe to come over, please. And that's close enough. Now Quinten Post takes off QP with his big screen. Yuri takes it. QP actually ghosts the screen very nicely. If this defender hadn't jumped, pass over the top, and this would have been a dunk or some good kick out. Instead, he has to bail out. Well, there's 5 seconds left, so Pat Spencer save us, and he does. Which brings us back to last night. All right, here's your final quiz. If this is motion weak pick and roll, where does Steph go on this play, and what happens after that? Hopefully you said that Steph is going to make a shallow cut and the ball is going to swing back to the other side, and then there's going to be cross screen and someone's going to step up to start a pick and roll on the swing. Brandin Podziemski is here, and being Brandin, he sets a real screen. None of this ghost screen business. That means that Bitazde gets hung up on Brandon's real screen. QP is free as a bird here, sets a quick screen. Steph takes the screen. Bitazde is hustling his way back into the play, but this is too much space too late. So looking ahead, I expect to see this play in the rotation, especially since they sometimes run the play for Jonathan Kuminga. Here's Jordan Poole running it. Shallow cut, Chiozza to Bielitsa. The ball swings back, and in the paint, Juan Toscano-Anderson, one of my favorites, setting this cross screen for Jonathan Kuminga. JK slips the screen. Jordan Poole draws 2. Juan Toscano-Anderson's man rotates to try to stop the thunderous dunk. So Juan Toscano-Anderson cuts right behind him. Sly little pass from Kuminga. And the finish. And you never know. You might even see Jimmy Butler setting the screen. Here's an example from Miami of their version of motion weak roll. Kyle Lowry, shallow cut to the other side, ball swings back to him. Screen in the paint for Jimmy Butler. Butler setting the pick. Lowry gets 2 people's attention just long enough. Nice pocket pass. Steve Kerr simplified 2 complicated motion offenses that he had played in. Kerr reduced the triangle offense to improvisations around split cuts. And then the Spurs motion offense, Kerr took bite-sized pieces of it and turned it into weak roll and head tap, just simple enough that players new to the system would have a chance at learning it and succeeding. Let's wrap up with our advanced lip reading technology to do a full analysis of Steve Kerr's play call. Angle, weak roll, weak roll, weak roll. We have 5 stroopwafels, 10 for scoring. I don't know, Steve, despite your innovative pastry incentives, they did not run the play right. I suggest next time you offer to drizzle honey on it and warm it up on your cup. It smells like proper execution. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you didn't enjoy this video, I promise I'll do better next time.